If you want to be liked, first thing you should stop judging others.
This program perfectly fits into every individual physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Okay.
That is a holistic approach to health. The interfaith harmony is one thing we are working on. That everyone advocated, established one thing is love, peace, joy.
Hello everyone, greetings from G. Krishnan and welcome to my YouTube channel G. Krish TV. In today's competitive environment, everyone is under stress. We can say right from the school days till post-retirement. In every stage of life, in the school, you got to perform well academically. When you seek employment, you got to get into the right organization. When you get into the right organization, again, you'll have to have the career progression, and also you'll have to take care of the financial package to take care of the family needs. They're going to take care of their children concern, their education, their marriage. Post-retirement, they got to take care of the financial health as well as the physical health. So everyone will be unknowingly or knowingly they'll be under stress. To de-stress, there are many ways one can approach. Yoga plays an important aspect in de-stressing one's life. Today I have a guest by name Ganesji. Ganesji is an international director for programs and he is also trustee of the Sri Lankan branch of Art of Living Foundation. He is also first faculty for Art of Living Foundation in Tamil Nadu. So I am very happy to invite Mr. Ganesh. Welcome Mr. Ganeshji, fondly called G. Very happy to give the consent to address the viewers of G. Krish TV. Welcome.
Thank you much. This is indeed my pleasure to join in the Krish TV to share something which I cherish most all these years.
Ganeshji, you joined into the activities of AOL in the early 1990s. Art of Living Foundation was started by Gurudev, Sri Ravi Shankar ji. Can you trace the history from 1981?
Well, 1981, when he found this beautiful program Art of Living, as Art of Living program, when he found this one, he didn't want to keep it himself. It's all started from the nucleus in a very small way, with 4 or 5 people. Guruji started, and then now today a geometrical progression has taken place, both in terms of people who come here to learn the technique. At the same time, people who want to share this technique to more people, meaning they become a teacher and then they go and share this beautiful knowledge to the people. That's how, we reach people only through people. I can put it that way. It is there. So people who thoroughly enjoyed this program, they immediately want to go and talk to people and bring them to Art of Living fold. That's how it happens.
I see.
So, turning back the kind of journey that I've gone through all these years, I am very happy indeed, in a way that I've been very closely associated and personally involved in this movement. I would only say it's a movement because anything as a movement only, it can be very effective and powerful. When I say movement, mainly because there are a lot of people, like-minded people, like me. I joined as a volunteer, just a volunteer. When I personally liked it, I started reaching out to more people. And then at a point of time, I didn't know that it just so happened, I myself became a faculty as a teacher and now sharing this knowledge to more people. So on the whole, there is no turning back in life, and the journey was so pleasant, so wonderful, and more fulfilling, I must tell you that.
Understand from your profile, you were heading the marketing division of a leading pharmaceutical concern in Chennai in the early 1990s.
Yeah.
How you took a decision to go into AOL, Art of Living Foundation?
When I did the course first, I was heading the marketing services of a pharmaceutical company. Well, at that point of time, it was very lucrative, comfortable, wonderful company on the whole. I enjoyed my professional life, no doubt about it. When I got this program, at that particular point of time, I had few health issues, right? My company had a running account with two hospitals, star hospitals in Chennai, you know which are that. So at that time, I used to be a frequent visitor to that. Right? When I did this course, after just 1.5 months of regular practice of what has been taught in this program, one thing I always take it up very seriously. See that until it really works, I normally don't give up at all. I started working on that when I found amazing results. First of all, I felt a reservoir of energy flowing in the system, and I got totally rejuvenated. And then the stress and tension, I don't see any parking space in me at all. I could face all those things as a challenge. It was something amazing. I mean, no words to describe, because this is an innermost kind of an experience. I cannot put it in so many words to express. But the question which you asked me that, how did you take the decision, of a bold decision, I must say, leaving a very lucrative job and then switching over to a service organization? According to you, perhaps it is not a very, high-filled job and kind of a thing. I don't see this as a job. I see this as a yob, Y-O-B. It's your own business. When we normally do something like our own business, how we attend to that, exactly the same way I took it up, mainly because the efficacy of the program, the power of the program, made me to feel I must reach out this program to as many people as possible before my last breath. That's what my thing. So then I took it up. That was something which is very hard initially to take up the decision, but now I feel there is a fresh lease of life in me, and now there's nothing short of it at all. Everything is in abundance. Everything is available. What more is required, right? And above all, it gives me immense pleasure and a fulfillment which is beyond words.
You started as a volunteer in way back in 1990s. Now you have become an international director of programs, and also you are in charge for the AOL Foundation, Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
You also submitted a thesis paper on the efficacy of Sudarshan kriya in an international conference in Sri Lanka. So I think it has given a lot of satisfaction, and I think this would send a message for the viewers how the Art of Living Foundation, their process makes people get that inner happiness.
See, first of all, what I would like to tell you, there are many conferences, many seminars where I presented this paper. This was one you mentioned about the Sri Lanka one. There was an international conference on alternate medicine. That is what the medicines could not do. This kind of an alternate medicine plays a vital role in relieving the stress, tension, and also the ailments of the people. That was a conference. Dr. Anton Jayasuriya, he organized that seminar. So where I presented the paper. In fact, many doctors attended the seminar. They wanted to have the program immediately. So that was the kind of a instant response from the floor to go through the program, because that's the power of the program. So in fact, that is one reason why I myself felt I must devote my entire life for this organization in delivering and reaching out this program to as many people as possible.
So very nice to hear that. So now AOL has become part and parcel. Which all countries you have gone?
See, I have gone to all the continents, I must tell you. 30 countries I visited so far to share the knowledge. Right? Every country and the people, the culture, all this is something totally different. It is very nice meeting people. When we look at it from the broader perspective, at that level when we look at it, every individual, basically, they all want peace, joy, and love. They want peace of mind, right? And then any activity that we all do, obviously. Right now we sit and transact something, do something, we interact. On that, there is a pleasure in us. When you say there is such a wonderful program, you want to reach out to the viewers, such a beautiful program. Everybody must practice this program. That's why you come here. So there's an innermost thing. There is some pleasure, joy in doing this program. Similarly, right, every individual really want that joy, happiness, peace. This is what from every individual worldwide, everywhere. So this program perfectly fits into every individual, from people from all walks of life for that matter, from chairman to doorman, driver to director, millionaire to militant, president to resident, anybody, whatever may be the background of those people or a state of society, but it perfectly fits in order to enhance the quality of their life. Essentially, that's what it is. Therefore, when we really travel to all these countries, I mean, I had no issues at all. In fact, a very interesting part is, many countries, when I went there, that people don't even understand English. Yes, basic English they can understand. And I have everywhere, with the blessings of great master, I had a competent, translator. And whatever I say, they translate, and whatever the participant, when they share, they translate. This is how we have been doing. But interestingly, at the end of the program, everybody talks gaga about the whole program. This is something amazing, wonderful. That's how people come out and talk. I used to wonder myself, when I have not even delivered this program directly, right, in that directly, or either in my mother tongue or in English, people heard it through their own. It was like a triangular communication. Even in that, people got so much out of the program. When we directly people do the program, how it would be. So that is how people at large, people from everywhere, any continent, people from different countries, I gained a very rich experience of interacting, sharing this knowledge with those people, and everything is in my grain memory of gone through this beautiful travel in this knowledge, at the same time sharing this wonderful wisdom.
The schedule of the program is same in India, in Africa, or other continents. Do you have the template of your programs being conducted in so many places?
Yeah, that is, on the whole, when you look at it broadly, the structure of the whole program is remain the same, because what we deal with the program, every startup society, as I told you, it is the contents of the program is the same, but the way we render the program, way we put it across, reach out to the people, is slightly different from place to place, and the different type of. For example, when students are there, we need to really talk to them in a way that they can understand, they can relate, right? We need to talk to them. When an executive comes, we need to really cite some examples relating to the business and that kind of a thing. Otherwise, the contents for everyone, whether it is conducted in the tiny village or into a corporate world, they're all the same, but it is all rendered in differently, structured according to the needs of the people. That's how it is done. Yes.
Okay. Is it only the yoga part that has been carried out by AOL, or do you carry philanthropic activities, especially helping the weaker section, those who want to pursue education but they're unable to do? Do you address all those friends through your AOL?
Your question, let me see in two parts. One is what are the things that we do in this, and second one is whether we really reach out to the less gifted people. Say that way. One thing is that there are 7 layers to our existence. It is not just only the exercise part of it, or a breathing part of it, or a yogic part of it. It's something much more. We call it holistic approach to health. Holistic approach, when I say that, generally my master, Puja Sri Ravi Shankar ji, says, absence of disease is not considered good health. I've not been visiting a doctor, or I don't take any pills at all. I've never been hospitalized. That is not considered as a health,
Oh, I see.
a good health. It is something much more than that, right?
Okay.
So we call it physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Okay.
That is a holistic approach to health, total well-being. Therefore, we need to cover all these things. For that, yoga is a part of it. It's simple. In addition to that, what we do, we attach importance in this program, breathing, right? About that I will come to you later. The breath, how to regulate the breath, and then energize our system. And then number 3, what we do is, there is a meditation is also important in order to quieten the mind and very naturally, go deeper within ourselves and come out flowering and shining. That's most important. How we can really, all the skills that are dormant, latent in our thing, it needs to flower and blossom. It should be available for a common man to put it in practice in the day-to-day thing, because that's all very, at the lower level. So for that, the meditation will help, And the 4th aspect of it, for any common man, every day they get into different transactions. In all the transactions, how one need to handle in different transaction differently, right? The situation is different because it's very dynamic in nature. So the perception, observation, and expression, this needs to be changed. For that, what is needed is for the person to have the right knowledge. That's why the Vedic, the wisdom, the ancient wisdom, beautifully described how one need to go through that. And then I will talk to you about that various knowledge which Guruji has given it. And it is not an abstract thing at all. It is for a common man to put it in practice. In other words, a pragmatic approach to life. Using this skill, this knowledge, one can handle all these transactions so effectively. At the same time, due to that transaction, one is not absorbed or taking in any stress and tension out of it. How you can deeply relax for this knowledge, and the whole set of things will help. That's why it's a total package. It is not once left-sided, it's not one way, it is something encompassing everything. That is why I said holistic approach to health. That is what we advocate.
Ganesji, you are very actively involved with AOL for nearly 3 decades, and you must have had a lot of interaction. Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar ji. Can you share a few experiences of your interaction with him?
There are really lot more. I just can't describe. So many things are there because I'm so fortunate in my life, I must tell you, for having got this wonderful great master who guided me right through my life. And today what I am, the kind of a joy, immense pleasure. Above all, wherever we go, whomever we share this knowledge, everyone felt a tremendous amount of transformation, all that. So in a small way, I was instrumental for that. That itself gives a great. So for all that, I must tell you, Gurudev is responsible for that. And Gurudev, as I see, is so amazing. He is so vast. I can't describe about Puja Sri Ravi Shankar ji in a very short conversation like that.
True. Yeah.
But still, he knows about my past, my present, and my future. I can give you so many, episodes and examples for that. One I can share. Once, it's all happened about 22 years ago, when I went to the ashram to participate in a Navaratri celebration. At the end of the program, I went to Gurudev and said to take leave of him. Then Guruji said, "Why don't you go tomorrow?" Then I said, "Gurudev, I can't change my ticket now. I need to go definitely for my work tomorrow." Then he didn't say anything, but he gave a prasad, and then I went. Due to some reason, there are so many bottlenecks for me. By the time I reached the station, I saw the train going in a galloping speed. It was going so fast. So I couldn't catch the train. So he knew pretty well on the day I was not going to travel there. So he knew it much before. So from that day till today, whatever Gurudev says, I said, "Yes, Guruji." I said, I will never ever say, go against whatever he says. That means he knows everything. That's it. So that kind of a guru I got, and then I'm very happy about all these things. And on the whole, it is something not only me, like me, there are so many dedicated, devoted people in the organization whom he is guiding, and then through them, like we normally say, from one light we can light 1,000 lights later. Exactly the same way. So he is preparing, molding everyone in the same direction. Yeah.
Of course, everyone knows that AOL Living Foundation, founded by Sri Ravi Shankar ji, doing immense service to the humankind. What are the noble objectives of AOL?
Yeah. In the beginning, you asked me a question about how did you leave the lucrative job and a multinational company and join in the service organization. The service is an aspect which I liked very much in this organization. It is not that we conduct the program and then the people pay a small donation to learn this program technique, and then that we reach it across to them. But every cent, every pie is being used for a noble cause. Now, for instance, many people used to say that even people just can't even imagine the work turned out by Art of Living in the society, and everywhere it is there. I can quote a few things how the organization directly involved in various social service activities. The one thing, the latest one, which has proved beyond doubt, very successful project and approved by the government also, our state government here in Tamil Nadu, where many places known as a drought area, those are the areas where we get river regeneration projects. There were all those days many places were there for taking the water, but unfortunately this is all not there now. With the result, we now developed a river regeneration project that we now dig the river, regeneration kind of activities, or you can say recharge wells at different places. Now there is a free flow of water. The water table has come out in the areas. Particularly now we are very successful in the Naganadi project. We are in Vellore district and now on to Thiruvannamalai district. So these are the areas where this is somewhere. Now, after seeing the success story of this particular project, now all over Tamil Nadu, particularly the drought area where particularly people entirely depending on the rain, such places, this project is going to be implemented now. It's going to be really creating a wave in Art of Living, particularly this project is concerned. Then come to the rural development program. As I told you earlier, our objective is to awaken people, because people are now, they have everything, they know not how to handle things. That's the thing. So once we create that awareness, by creating awareness, when I say that, the right knowledge need to go to the place. So when we do that, automatically people will all come in line, and they will also, like any other normal individual, they can carry on. Then the third aspect, we do this, the prison inmates, we do the rehabilitation program for them, prison inmates.
Okay.
I've gone to all the 9 prisons in Tamil Nadu. Oh. Yes. In all those places where many people used to, cry bitterly and then just say, had I been in this frame of mind that day, I would not have landed at all here. And they say, and everyone, they felt so beautifully. They enjoyed this program, and even the superintendent used to confess. I said, I couldn't really see the same kind of a person. They are all completely reformed, and there is a market change in every individual. This is how they see that. So then come to in the villages, we have now used solar lights we have supplied. So many places, many villages. Like that, there are so many projects, right? And above all, the most important thing now, the interfaith harmony is one thing we are working on that, because we are all one, all religions, when it came at a different point of time, right, everyone advocated, established one thing is love, peace, joy, right? So no one talked anything other than that. When there could be a different way of prayer, different way of rendering, that could be different, but we are all one. So India is a country where we are all together. So how we can establish beautiful harmony within our fellow human people, and then thereby we all happily, live in this world, right? So this is one thing which Guruji is attaching a lot of importance to this, and then it's going on.
If you want to be liked, first thing you should stop judging others. The second thing is wanting attention and recognition from others. Third thing is don't brood over the past. Fourth thing is honesty. Be honest, be straightforward, but not rude.
Thank you, Ganesji. You gave the activities, various noble activities of AOL, not only the physical well-being of many common citizens, but also the convicts in the prisons, and also you're promoting interfaith harmony for the well-being of a nation. So it is something which everybody will feel proud of AOL. And also the great service of being rendered by AOL, by his founder, Gurudev, Sri Ravi Shankar ji. That was an interesting interview with Ganesji. The noble activities carried by AOL Living Foundation, not only within India, but across different continents. In the next part of the interview, Ganesji will address the benefits of yoga. Of course, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel G Krish TV. Thank you, Sir Ganesji.
Thank you.
Thank you.